I'm Derek and welcome back to the YouTube movie review. So this is actually a special occasion because there's a new member of the family I want y'all to meet. So everybody, this is Pogue. She's my kitty. She's the Doc Grandma kitty now. Woo! She's only about 2 months old. She's absolutely adorable. I love her. So she wanted to see a movie about cats, and my brother, for no reason, if you need a reminder, this is how you spell his name, told me about this movie called Arbuckle, which is available on YouTube. So I looked at it and I didn't want to do it originally because it is a fan movie and I feel that that's a little too close to home. After all, I do this because I'm a fan and I don't want to put down any fans' works. But then I saw it was by Quentin Reviews and I thought, oh, Quentin Reviews, I really like him. He's very competent and very analytical when it comes to his critiques. And if you don't know who he is, he does what I do, except a little bit better. He did To Boldly Flee as well, and he went into more depth about it. If you haven't seen it yet, go check out his review of To Boldly Flee. And you'll see that we sort of come to the same conclusion about it. So the movie is actually less than a half hour long. It's what would be known in the old days as a one-reeler. So what the heck, let's check it out. That was really, really good actually. Literally, it's a man and his cat, and you can tell that I can relate to that. But it also delves into the character's social awkwardness, which is an interesting take to put into a Garfield origin story, but I found it refreshing. It actually got into how Jim Davies was basically a cartoonist so that he could discuss his own social awkwardness, and I appreciate that. It wasn't just a love fest, it was actually taking really good care of these characters and making them well-rounded. So it starts off with Jim Davies creating this character named Norm the Gnat, and he's thinking it's going to be the next big cartoon, and all of his friends are like, why does it have to be a gnat? And his friends think that he needs to get out more because he doesn't go out. It's just him in his house with his cat Garfield. He doesn't think he really needs to, he thinks he's fine, but he decides finally to go to this party that his friend invited him to because he starts talking to Garfield and Garfield actually starts talking back. So you know, you might be going a little crazy. So he goes to this party and he starts talking to this girl, and that doesn't go anywhere. The ice never really broke. In fact, I think it froze over a little bit more. But he also runs into this girl that he's had a crush on for a long time. His local vet, Liz. And they decide to leave and go for a walk, and they start talking. And he said he stopped going to the vet because he thought she didn't like him. And she explains, well, it's because you try to come off far too hard, if you know what I mean. Basically, his pickup lines are, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? That made up his mind he's going to try to be a better human being in society. And he thinks Norm the Gnat is not going to go anywhere, but what should he do? And that's when he gets the idea for Garfield. And then there's this cute little cutscene mid-credits that I enjoyed, where his friend comes over with the dog, and that's how he introduces Odie. Okay, so tentacles. It's well written. The acting isn't that bad. It's not freshman. It would be more sophomoric to me. You could tell that the cast was in it for credits in their theater class. The sound mixing was a little bit off, especially in the party scene. It was a little bit off. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I'm leaning towards not because most of the dialogue is very echoey, and I know exactly why. It's because they didn't have an overhead boom mic. They just had the boom mic on the camera. That's completely understandable. It is a fan film. You sort of have to grade fan films on a different spectrum, hey baby, than you would like a major Hollywood film. The reason being is because fan films are labors of love, and they're not always going to have the best equipment. They're not going to have all the equipment you need. like me, I have one camera and that's all I got. So that's how I feel Quentin had as well. And of course, there's anachronisms all over the place. There's a plasma TV in the shot, but I mean, like, you've got to work with what you got, so. Like, I got to work with this. She's my hairstylist, by the way. This is what she does. Are you finished? I'm not going to the ball tonight, honey. But Pogue seemed to like it. I enjoyed this movie immensely. It was a cute send-up to Jim Davis and Garfield, and it was so competent. It was competently shot. I can't tell you how pleased that made me. True, the camera did shake in a couple of scenes, and you could sort of tell that it was not intentional, but all in all, the composition of all the shots actually made sense. And if you have been following me, you know I have seen some things, man, and some stuff, and I wouldn't recommend it. I would highly recommend this movie because it's just a cute little 30-minute romp, and it has so much love put into it, and it had so much thought put into it. It just made me smile. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Arbuckle. Quentin Reviews, you did awesome, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do in the future. Well, have you seen this movie? Why don't you leave me a little note down below and tell me what you thought about it. And if you have any recommendations, please send them my way. Well, thanks for stopping by, thanks for tuning in, and come back later for more YouTube movie review.